Let me tell you what I've been through, baby. Lived a life that was hella unfair. Seen things that been driving me crazy. In a country where the leaders don't care. Didn't think we had the courage to change it. Tore it down and they weren't prepared. Everything that they kept us from saying. Now we're talking and they better be scared. Take from us. Tell us what and who to love. Swear I finally had enough. It's time to rise above. Take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Follow me and I'ma set us free. Take down the CCP. I said, take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Communism's dead to me because it killed our family. The CCP.
Communism sucks, hard for me to give. Try to tell them and they try to keep it on the hush. Middle finger up, turn into a fist. They wanna keep the poor so they never rich. If you wanna see the future, look into the past. Been a century of silence, we gon' take it back. I'm just stating facts, tell you how it is. Ain't no way to change shit if we don't resist.
Take from us. Tell us what and who to love. Swear I finally had enough. It's time to rise above. Take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Follow me and I'ma set us free. Take down the CCP. I said take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Communism's dead to me because it killed our families. CCP.
这是你我维护正义的必须，这是你我维护正义的必须。
Take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Follow me and I'ma set us free. Take down the CCP. I said take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Communism's dead to me because it killed our families. The CCP.
你完了，共产党！你完了，共产党！你完了，共产党！你完了。
Live from New York City, this is War Room Pandemic. Got the posse down in the War Room in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. But a major cultural endeavor started today. The takedown of the USSR was because of rock and roll, Coca-Cola, and Levi jeans. And of course, the people at the whistleblower movement and the new federal state of China, you just saw their new song, Take Down the CCP. And yes, that was the voice of the one and only Miles Guo. Miles joins us now from New York City. Miles, it just absolutely an incredible song. My phone's blown up already with people that want to download it. We'll figure out, Raheem, later how we do this. You're on the John Fredericks Radio Network, on Newsmax TV, and of course, America's Voice.news, our partners there, the streaming service of the Trump Revolution, and now Dish Channel 219, and GTV and G News, which broke this song with its world premiere at 10 o'clock this morning. We were the first in the U.S. to get to play it. And, of course, the guys at AVN and John Fredericks. We'll talk later about all the FCC violations we just had right there. But I guess we didn't get to bleep out everything. Miles, this is an incredible cultural assault upon the Chinese Communist Party, something that's never been done. Explain to us exactly what you're trying to do here.
Yes, sir. I'm really proud of joining War Room again. I will go back to Manhattan. So before I come back to Manhattan, all the people say, "Oh, you cannot go go back to Manhattan is two big risks because the CCP virus and you cannot meet is the Stephen K. Bannon. I said no. There are two reasons want me must be go back to Manhattan. I'm really proud of go back to Manhattan after coronavirus 180 days. I live in Manhattan. I come back, but Manhattan look is very very bad because the coronavirus is the CCP made this happen. But sir, now you tell us true. The CCP they have the weapon is the culture brainwash, and very important they use the economy from American dollar and money, stronger economy, and from America give the technical help, and they control all the CCP, the army, so that's why kind of all that is the 1.4 billion Chinese get into sleep. Now CCP lie is the world people's die. Now we need to take down the firewall. We need to take down is the CCP, the culture firewall. We need to take down America, give the CCP, the economy, the world. That's why we need to use the solution, counter back, attack back. We need to take down the CCP. I'm really proud of many culture is also the producer is connecting me all these miles. I love you the song. I want to make more of the song. I want with you cooperate. We need to give the people more the truth. We together fight back, take down the CCP. Now, today, Miles was Stephen K. Bannon go back in Manhattan. We study, use the culture and the culture movement. Take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Thank you, sir.
Miles, I think this is why this is so important is that the Chinese Communist Party has never been attacked head on cultural. And I want you to explain, we got about 5 minutes left, about G Fashion, your new music operation. I know you got GTV, but really G Fashion, you're putting forward an aspirational lifestyle and really challenging the Chinese Communist Party to kind of, match you. And I think it's the first song ever, what people told me over the weekend, that actually confronts the Chinese Communist Party on the mainland of China. So how are you using culture, and particularly pop culture, as a weapon against the Chinese Communist Party?
Sir, that's a very good question. Thank you very much, Stephen K. Bannon. 3 years ago, I had broadcast, I ended my broadcast. We want to take down CCP. We have many weapons, many channels we need to do. 3 years ago, I see we must be wake up. It's the Chinese. It's all the active, it's the teacher and the students, professors, experts. Also, we need, the singer. This is very important. Also, the movies. You look at CCP, it's 100% control the Hollywood. No one film, no one is song can anti-CCP. Also, we need to use the cultural movement called the West world. What has happened last 70 years? CCP, the brainwash Chinese, brainwash all the world. Love march. The love march is too ridiculous. You see, before 70 years ago, one 73 years old man walk from Beijing go to Manhattan, they walk back 9 months. This is called love march. That's too ridiculous. But you look, all the West world, all the America, all the Chinese, they believe this. I want to tell the truth. This is the ridiculous, the liar. Secondly, the CCP, America is the evil. Oh, CCP is God. I want to talk the word. CCP is a liar. The people is because the lie to die. Also, I want all the Chinese, all the rest of the world now, America not the evil. America democracy, rule of the law, freedom country. That's why all the Chinese, the CCP, high-level leader, the family, send every family, the child, go to America. Even you think America is evil, why you listen to American rock? Why you watch American Hollywood? Sir, before the Cultural Revolution, Chinese no food. People starting die. The farmers die because of famine. But China now, Zhongnan, all the Zhongnan High, this is Central community people, everybody watch Hollywood movies. Why is it before you think American the culture and Americans evil when you watch the Hollywood movies? Even now, they go on the Chinese and they watch movies, and they are CCP family. Ever watch the movies? Listen American rock, listen American song. They are with me together every time. Miles, do you know the song? Do you know the movies? One time I with Wang Qishan together. Wang Qishan asked me why. Yesterday you don't come to my home. I say I watched one movies. One of the movies I Hong Kong movie called Mafia and Root. Wang Jishan laughed. Wang Jishan said, "Oh, Miles, no, you see the Hong Kong movies? It's ridiculous. Nobody see the Hong Kong movies. Only see in Hollywood movies." He will tell me, every week must be see 2 movies from Hollywood. That's the season. Even Xi Jinping, all the family watch the Hollywood movies. That's why they want to kidnap Hollywood. They want to control Hollywood. Why? Any nationality, religion, culture is the power and power. This is why we need to use the cultural movement. It's called the world truth about the CCP. We want to use the culture. It's the anti-bag. Don't get the CCP burn us. Don't get the CCP control the world, any movies, any culture, any producer. We want American free again. We want Hollywood free again. I want Hollywood go back before the world is the culture leader again. That's what I want. Take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. We must be used the cultural movement, sir. Thank you very much.
Miles, can I ask you if you could stay over for the next segment? There's a couple more questions I want to ask you about the new federal state. People are blowing my phone up and want to know more about it. Raheem, I want to go to you. We're going to get you. I know people are asking right now how we can get the download. The song just premiered on I think GTV and G News at 10 o'clock and here. There's actually going to be a video with it, I think, in a day or two. We had the footage of the new federal state protests globally from Munich to Canada to Australia, Japan, and obviously the United States. But Raheem, back to you to take us out. Miles will stay over. After we have a short commercial break, we'll bring Miles back. Now I might add, Raheem, with all our other distribution, close to 14 million downloads on the podcast.
Yeah, I was dancing my way through that first time I had heard it as well. So, we're really grateful to have the premiere here on the show and on G News earlier on today. I want to make sure for the audience who was dancing along as well, we're getting so much feedback in the live stream right now. For the audience dancing along at home as well, we'll have the download links up soon. I think that could go to #1 in the charts. I really do. I think you get the kind of the wave in the back of this thing. You've seen it happen before. We could totally get that into the charts. Meanwhile, while Disney is thanking the Chinese Communist Party in its Mulan movie, this is where the real culture war is going to be fought, from right here in the War Room, from right there in Midtown Manhattan as well, Steve. And I want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to hear the song again. So let's roll it.
Let me tell you what I've been through, baby. Lived a life that was hella unfair. Seen things that been driving me crazy. In a country where the leaders don't care. Didn't think we had the courage to change it. Tore it down and they weren't prepared.
War Room Pandemic with Stephen K. Bannon.
The epidemic is a demon, and we cannot let this demon hide.
War Room Pandemic. Here's your host, Stephen K. Bannon.
I just want to make sure everybody gets the ability to hear that as much as possible. I heard it for the first time just moments ago when you guys all out there did. And Steve and Miles, this is going absolutely wild in the live chat. Everybody wants to download it. We've got to make sure we have those download links. I want to know who the artist is. Is it DJ Guo? What's the artist name on this thing?
Miles, why don't you go through? Raheem wants to know if this is DJ Guo. So talk to us about how you came up with the idea for the song and how you wrote it.
Thank you, Rahi. I think this for you. Rahi, you are very young, very handsome. You love the song. That's very important. I think this anti-CCP, the brainwash, that's a very good solution. 3 years ago, I had the plan. One day, I want to make the song. I want to make the movies. I want the TV program. This is my plan. But, I'm a very bad singer. It's my wife, my family say, please, you don't make the song. If you make the song, I want to cry. So I no confidence in the song. For the last 180 days, I have 60 days with Stephen King Bannon on my board. And every day I try, training myself, the song again. But Stephen King Bannon said, Miles, you can't sing. I said, I no confidence can make the song. But I really appreciate Stephen King Bannon, crazy Stephen King Bannon, teach me how to make the song because he have experience from the Hollywood. And we talk a lot of people say, oh, Miles, you can smoke the cigar, don't be worried, you can training, you can make it happen. Give more the confidence, courage to me. That's why everybody says Stephen King Bannon is crazy. I never get him crazy, but I only get him hobby, charisma, hobby Chinese. Also, the singer is big hobby by Stephen King Bannon. But that's a CCP, very, very scared. Because CCP have the 100 called CCP song. All the Chinese listen the song 200 billion times. 200 billion times, you remember? 东方红，东方红，大要收，中国出来个毛泽东。This song is 200 billion times. I want to repeat the song again. I want the CCP know. No. 中国红 is not出来个毛泽东 not fucking 毛泽东 it's from the hooligan. CCP lied. Where the people die. CCP lied. Americans die. Take down CCP. Take down CCP. Take down the CCP. I want everybody now easily follow the sun that the CCP lied killed all the people. That's a big power. So now this is happening. CCP really scared. They block all the my song. Miles was not anything. They are miss every song. But you don't forget, CCP big power is the culture weapon. Now I want to take down the culture by the song, by the movies, by the CCP control. That's why, Rahi, I hope you one day with me song together. We can take down the CCP. Thank you, Rahi.
I'm delighted to do it.
Miles, I want to ask a question that the audience, the audience has been asking me about. People have been contacting me. How dangerous? I mean, the CCP. If you blow this through the firewall like you do every day with war room pandemics, the reason we have such a big audience in China, getting this song into people's hands, which is a weapon against the CCP. How dangerous is it for the team that helped you put this together? For the people in China, in mainland China, that want to listen to it, sing it, play it. How dangerous is this right for them from the CCP?
Sir. I saw the inside, the CCP is really scared, but we still want to do. Sir, last week I have the 2 songs I make already. Another song is Chinese, is Changhai Yisheng Xiao. It's a very traditional song. All the Chinese love the song. But because I gave some of the producers, some of the singer, very famous, same Chinese, Michael Jackson, same Chinese, is the big, is the movie's producer. They connected me. They said, Miles, I want to follow you, with you together, make more the movies and singer for you. I said, no. You every year have 2 billion the cash from the mainland, from the CCP. because you follow me, make a song together, they kill your family. I'm saying, no, now is give me my time. I want to move my old family, go to UK. I go to America. I with you fight back to CCP. I want to make a song with you together. That shocked, it really shocked me. Why this big risk? This is the man is #1 Chinese. Is every year 2 billion cash from the mainland. But this is the man want with us. They is the fight to CCP. The guy told me, I watch World Room, I watch GTV, I listen you as with the Bruce 3 years, Miles with all the friends. But now I want for my child, for we are family the future. I want to do something. I don't want to die before don't join the big movement. Now you're a good son. I want to make a song for you and produce more the song for you. Want the Chinese now? That's real music. That's justice music. That's the Chinese from the heart music. That's the Chinese need music. That's called freedom music. Root of the music. It is very emotional. It's touching my heart. This is now big wake up. All the Chinese and it's the producer, musician, a lot of people. They love the song. You don't today. I don't know why you don't put the song out. That song is very important. Example, all the time know the song. La 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 la. Everybody knows this. Even Xi Jinping Wang Yishan. Sometimes we are together drink. Here is a la 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 la. La 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 la. It's noisy, but this song is very important. I don't know why to put the song. So because I sung the song, I think the sooner has the angry. The only 2 choice. Black the song, nobody can watch, nobody can listen. Secondly, everybody is every second more than million people listen to the song again. That's we are big weapon. So I think here today I should Stephen K. Bannon all the friends together. Everybody love the song. La 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 la. Yeah, today I have a Hollywood friend call me Miles. I cannot sleep. I want to make more the song for you. I like the la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. What is it? Take down the CCP. We want the world now. CCP. Why control the Hollywood? Because the culture is power. Culture is justice. Culture is the truth. I want Hollywood green again. Go back. Follow America. Follow justice. Follow freedom. This is I want, sir. Thank you.
Miles, I want to thank you. We're going to have the other songs on during the week, but I think this is a major inflection point in the war against the Chinese Communist Party. It's now going to a cultural level. This is what took down the Soviet Union. One of the big aspects of rock and roll, Levi's, Coca-Cola, people that knew how to really hit the toggle switches of culture. And you with G Fashion and now with this G Music, it's been unbelievable. My phone's already blowing up about this. And of course, your rendition of your second song is getting people interested too. They want to know where that's going to end. So, Miles, thank you so much for being on here today. We're going to get the song up on our site and push it as hard as possible. We really appreciate it. Our audience loves it. Take down the CCP. Miles Grove, see you later in the day, sir. Always an honor to have you on here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Rocky. Thank you, Steve K. Bannon. Thank you, Aggie. Thank you.
I'm rocking out over here.
Raheem, I think you see the... Raheem, I don't think, since we've been doing the show, my phone has not blown up as much as it's done with that song.
Yep.
And it shows you the power of culture. It shows you the power of pop culture. People that get it really can use it as a weapon, and that's what he's doing in mainland China. He's turned the tables back on the Chinese Communist Party. They're putting out these songs, this music list that takes some traditional songs, that takes this, essentially, they've turned it into a rap song or an anthem, anti-CCP. There's never been a song in mainland China that's actually confronted the Chinese Communist Party. So the CCP understands now they're playing in a whole different dimension with guys who understand how to be global cultural player. So Raheem, I think this is very fascinating of how they've taken the playbook of America's takedown of the USSR and the new federal state. These are Chinese who are doing it. This is not the American government or Americans. Back to you, Raheem and Jack.
And I think that's right, and I think they're playing on a playing field that they don't even quite understand. I think that's what Miles was saying. You know, you'll hear the songs that they'll put out in response to this, and they'll just sound like a lot of noise, right? But this is actually a good song. It's a catchy song. It's on point with culture. Not to sound like an old duffer myself, but it is, and I think it'll get a lot of downloads as a result of it. We're gonna have the link up, the iTunes link up, literally in minutes, so people can download it and get it ranked up the charts. And we'll play it again for you right now.
Let me tell you what I've been through, baby. Lived a life that was hella unfair. Seen things that been driving me crazy. In a country where the leaders don't care. Didn't think we had the courage to change it. Tore it down and they weren't prepared. Everything that they
War Room Pandemic with Stephen K. Bannon.
The epidemic is a demon, and we cannot let this demon hide.
War Room Pandemic. Here's your host, Stephen K. Bannon.
All right, welcome back to the War Room. Steve, there's a new rule. Is that right? There's a new rule for the War Room?
Our audience members said, "Hey, no fighting and no singing." They were just kidding about Miles. They love the song. It was Miles' voice at the end. No, absolutely love it. I got to tell you, this is taking the fight against the Chinese Communist Party in a whole different level. Yeah. You guys could see that. This is a guy that knows modern culture. He knows pop culture. I think the most interesting thing, Raheem and Jack, he was saying that this is what's going to free Hollywood. That Hollywood kowtows to Beijing too much and they limit the kind of content they make to make sure Beijing signs off it. One of the things that Miles Grow, the whistleblower movement, and particularly the new federal states doing, is taking the fight to Beijing. Remember, they're trying to help free America as much as we're trying to help free Lao Beijing. They're saying America, in a lot of regards, is captured, particularly in Hollywood, that no real films get made. And Raheem, you mentioned it earlier with Mulan. Why don't you get the audience up to speed of what's happening with Disney? But he's saying, hey, we're taking this cultural fight to them because we got to unlock and free music, we have to free television, and we particularly have to free film.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, parts of Disney's new Mulan movie were filmed in Xinjiang, where, of course, the Chinese Communist Party is detaining and oppressing millions of ethnic Muslims, Uyghurs. And Disney even thanks and credits the Chinese Communist Party Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region Committee and the Bureau of Public Security in the city of Turpan. It's extraordinary that you have these multi-billion-dollar, trillion-dollar companies in the United States that on the one hand will tell you they're all for social justice and, you know, they put up their BLM signs outside their corporate offices in downtown D.C. and midtown Manhattan and beyond. Meanwhile, they are collaborating with the Chinese Communist Party in the very region. An atrocity of the scale that we haven't seen in nearly 100 years is taking place, Jack.
Well, one of the cool things is we brought this up about the movie last week, that people, particularly in Hong Kong, were rejecting it. And one thing that's been great, we've watched this go around the world. You have now groups in European countries who have nothing to do with China who say they want nothing to do with this movie. I think it's a first shot across the bow for Hollywood. This is the first acknowledgement that these people have been quislings to the CCP. And there's a historical precedent. You can go back and watch. Hollywood did exactly the same thing with Nazi Germany in 1930, because just like China is their largest overseas market now, Nazi Germany was the largest overseas market for Hollywood back then. And they failed both times.
Wow. Steve.
Yeah, Raheem, I want to bring in now Dr. Bradley Thayer. He's got a great piece up on the Hill about the old regime and their defense of the Chinese Communist Party. Dr. Thayer, we just had Miles Grow on and some footage from the new federal state, this protest movement throughout the world. But he's putting out today kind of a whole new music slate that literally takes on the CCP. And what he's saying is that culturally we have to go after the CCP in mainland China just like the West went after the Soviet Union back in the 70s and 80s. There was rock and roll, it was Coca-Cola, it was Levi jeans, it was all those things of modern culture that really convinced the youth and the young people in the Soviet Union that their system was totally corrupt and absolutely working against them. You've done this great piece. You saw President Trump yesterday say, hey, you know, if Biden wins, China owns Biden, and China's going to own the United States. Where do you think we stand with this whole aspect of this old regime? And why is it taking Miles Guo and these Chinese expatriates that are sitting there saying, hey, we have to free Hollywood for you guys, because right now Hollywood's totally captured by Beijing. They're totally captured by the CCP because of money.
Indeed, they are. To address your questions first, if Biden is elected, or if there's no going back to the period of international politics that we'll define as between 1989 and 2016. Right? That was the old regime where China prospered, having entered the Western economic ecosystem. China prospered and grew greatly while siphoning off knowledge, technology, and many other elements from the West. You can't go back to that period. I think in just a very short period of time, we're going to see that 2016 is an epochal year, much like 1989. And not just for the election of Donald Trump, although that was absolutely essential, but it was because the United States and the rest of the world recognized the tremendous power of the Chinese Communist Party. And secondly, the Chinese themselves, right, are becoming increasingly aggressive. So they do not want to return to the previous period, right, where they were expected to be subordinate, where they were expected to go along with the liberal international order. So that's very, there's no going back, right? There's only the future in terms of the competition that we're going to have with China. I think with respect to the popular culture element, that's extremely important. As you observed, it was key in the Soviet Union, and it is in China as well. So more activities of this nature is absolutely essential, but it has to be twinned with breaking down the firewall, right? We need to be able to penetrate Chinese society. So many voices need to be able to do that, and the Chinese people need to have an unalloyed access to information.
Dr. Thayer, the president over the weekend throws down on Biden and says, "Hey, if Joe Biden wins, China's going to own. They own Joe Biden. They're going to own the United States." But now you're talking about concrete actions. He talked about decoupling. I think it's the first time the D word ever came across President Trump's lips about decoupling, right? Why is there not more action? I mean, President Trump has it fully within his capabilities to sign an executive order and take down the firewall. He can actually break the convertibility of the Hong Kong dollar into dollar. We have the high ground financially. We can sanction these banks. We can cut the SWIFT system off. We can stop any convertibility into dollars. We can bring this regime to its knees. I mean, Miles Guo and others say, hey, this is a paper tiger. They're really dependent upon the West for all of its capital. It's dependent upon the West for all of its technology. So why do you think you don't see a harder throwdown? It's within the purview of the United States to take down the firewall.
It is, and I think for two reasons. First is maybe tactical, and that is that there will be measures that you're taking over a period, and even a short period of time, but not collectively, because you don't want the relationship to rupture, for example, or you don't want escalation of the dispute to occur at this time. The second reason is that we still do not have clarity. We still do not have a unified front against China. So the many actions that you observed, right, are very important actions that are absolutely essential and that need to be replicated in other societies, in Japan, in Australia, in Europe, and others, is simply absent. So Trump has taken the lead in trying to forge that, but those efforts have to be redoubled, and they have to be joined by other states.
Do you think, now he's been criticized, President Trump's been criticized as going it alone. We actually argue there's a coherent plan there, and he's bringing in, like, for instance, India. India's standing up to the CCP and the PLA up on Chinese-occupied Tibet border. You see more patrols now in the South China Sea with our allies. You see Japan stepping up. Do you think he's showing the leadership to actually bring this, really this, we call it the Alliance of Liberty together? Or do you agree with Biden and the Democrats as total chaos and Trump is the wrong guy to do this?
No, I think that Trump is absolutely the right person to do this, and that the measures he's taken are important and need to be acknowledged, but there's still so much to do. We need to call on India, and India itself needs to much more vocally describe, resist, and balance against the evils of the Chinese Communist Party, as does Australia and others. We're seeing movement in that direction, but this alliance needs a manager, and the U.S. is the logical choice to be that manager, and I think the managerial role will grow in a second Trump term. If Biden is elected, he's going to try to go back to the future, right? He's going to try to go back to the world between 1989 and 2016, which no longer exists. That's not a world that the Chinese want. That's not a world that I think increasingly large segments of the global population no longer want, because they see the CCP for what it is.
Dr. Thayer, last question. We're running out of time here, but do you think that China, it was a central part of the 2016 campaign, do you think it's right now as center enough as it should be in the last, 60 days in the run-up to this election? Do you think it's playing the central part it should, or do you think that the Trump administration, Trump campaign has to push it actually into the center, in the foreground of this campaign?
I think that it needs to be pushed into the center. It's not the debate that I would like to see. We need to have a major address on China made by the president, illuminating the differences between American society, American political system, and the Chinese Communist Party. So I would like very much to see more of the criticism of China, the identification of China explicitly as an enemy of the United States, which is very important, and an enemy of freedom and liberty around the world.
Dr. Thayer, how do people get more access to your writings? What's your Twitter handle? The piece is up on the Hill. It's another brilliant piece by you, but I understand you've been doing other things, so you haven't been able to be as prolific as you were. How do people get access to your Twitter handle?
Well, I tweet at ThayerHan1, so THAYERHAN, and the number 1. Folks can go there to get the articles.
Dr. Thayer, thank you very much for joining us today. Dr. Bradley Thayer, University of Texas, and a writer, columnist up on the Hill. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thanks very much. My pleasure.
Big day today, a day where where some very smart people that are expatriates in China looking at this great war against the Chinese Communist Party, the existential threat to the American people, the existential threat to the Chinese people. They're taking it head on to them. Not economic war, not technology war, but kind of a combination of both. Cultural war. They're bringing modern music and pop culture to take on the Chinese Communist Party. And trust me, it doesn't come at a zero cost, not the financial cost. I'm talking about the cost of the danger that they have. One of the things, Jack, I know you've done such a great job on the Saturday shows over the last 8 months, but the courage that people in this new federal state, the courage of the whistleblower movement, the courage of all the defectors, people like Dr. Yan, et cetera, to come forward and to be in back of things. You're going to see that same type of courage on this song, Take Down the CCP. The CCP is not just going to sit there and go, oh, this is amazing. We hope it goes to #1 of the charts in China. We hope every kid's dancing to it. It's going to be real. There are going to be real concerns about this. They understand that this is the type of thing. It catches on. Right. You get the young people in China start saying, take down the CCP. That's how you build cultural momentum in actually confronting this. I hope this song gets to be played in all the Wall Street investment banks, all the hedge funds. They ought to pipe it in on the trading desk every morning before they open up at 9 a.m.
I'm a put in a request that it replaces the current war and pandemic music. I think it's got a good claim to that level of prestige. All right, we'll be back with more war and pandemic. Jack Maxey, Stephen K. Bannon, Raheem Kassam in a second.
War Room Pandemic with Stephen K. Bannon.
The epidemic is a demon, and we cannot let this demon hide.
War Room Pandemic. Here's your host, Stephen K. Bannon.
All right, welcome back to the War Room. Stephen K. Bannon, Raheem Kassam, Jack Maxey, broadcasting live from Capitol Hill and from Midtown Manhattan. Steve?
Yeah, Raheem, I want to do a summary. We've had so much today. This is really a historic show. I want to thank the audience. Hashtag War and Pandemic live stream. The memes are even popping up, and I think some of these are going to go viral because they're so incredible. So the great work of the whistleblower movement, the great work of the new federal state, Miles Grow, his entire team, to taking this whole fight against the CCP to a cultural level, and you've got a front row seat in it. But you just don't have to sit there. You can actually get involved, push the thing out, become an active part of the fight against the Chinese Communist Party. Raheem, National Pulse, Revolver, Virginia Star, these emerging sites are on fire and so far ahead of this story on this coup that's taking place, right? You had Daily Beast with stories up today, all these left-wing sites saying that, MAGA's going to be violent, all that. Walk us through where your reporting is, what's happening on National Pulse this afternoon. I should tell people AVN is cutting edge on this right now. It's not just War Room, but National Pulse, other shows they've got up during the day, absolutely on Newsmax TV, and of course the John Fredericks Radio Network. But everybody should be very proud. Where is this story going right now?
There's so many avenues that we're pursuing on this right now, including and not limited to the individuals who are involved, the scenarios that we've learned about from the New Yorker's report, some of the books that they're using as predicates for going into this 1876 background and talking about when the ballots need to be authenticated by in December. There's a whole massive legal process that the Democrats already have in their hands. They've already figured it out. They know exactly where they're going. All of this stuff that you're hearing right now, Trump might not accept the election results, and we're just learning about all these developments. It's all kabuki theater. This has been set up. They're playing this script out right now. The media, as I showed at the very beginning of the first hour, the media is doing its part. And remember, Nils Gilman, the guy who put together this from the Berggruen Institute, who put together this Transition Integrity Project alongside Rosa Brooks. They claim to be non-partisans. Meanwhile, Rosa Brooks actually tweeted last night, "I support Joe Biden." Not a non-partisan statement. Remember, they said that it's going to come down to the media. And if the media makes the call on election night, and they're trying to heap up pressure on the media to not make the call on election night. The other one is social media. Mark Zuckerberg comes out last night. He says, no, we're not going to allow anybody to make a call as to whether they are the president of the United States or not. Despite the Hawkfish guys saying that on election night, it will look like Trump had a complete electoral college blowout. So today on the show, on the National Pulse show at 3 p.m. here on America's Voice, we're going to be going through that. You can watch that live on America's Voice. We also have a 9/11 survivor who's going to be coming on, Tim Brown, to talk about his experiences as we approach the anniversary of that incredibly just tragic day that just sent earthquake around the world even. So we've got that on the show today as well. There's a lot of things taking place both here in Washington D.C. and in New York to commemorate that, Steve.
I got to tell you, if you go look back at 9/11, Raheem, it really kicked off you got to say it's been a tragic century. I mean, the 21st century has really been one of turmoil. This is what a fourth turning looks like. Really proud of the entire audience. Hashtag War and Pandemic in the live stream. Go to our sites, go to our Twitter accounts. Tell us what you think. Tell us what the observation are. What really want you to be pushing out all the content today, particularly the song. You're at the cutting edge of history. This is the first of many. They're really going to ratchet this up. But these people in the new federal state, the whistleblower movement, they're risking their lives to do this, and you can tell they're playing hardball. They're not going to back down from the CCP, and it's inspiring, guys. I know, Jack, you get very emotional when you do the Saturday show about Lai Beijing. Yeah. We had the little guy on from China all the time, risking everything about their families being rolled up, etc. But it empowers me when I hear somebody sit there and go, CCP lied, Americans died. You don't hear that here really in this country. It's time we started saying that. It's time we started holding the Chinese Communist Party accountable for what they've done to their own people and what they've done to the people throughout the world with this genocide coming out of the CCP virus.
And I think we're going to roll it for people once more. Thank you for tuning in to War Room Pandemic. You can download this song on the War Room Pandemic podcast. Go find it, leave us a review, subscribe, enjoy.
Let me tell you what I've been through, baby. Lived a life that was hella unfair. Seen things that been driving me crazy. In a country where the leaders don't care. Didn't think we had the courage to change it. Tore it down and they weren't prepared. Everything that they kept us from saying. Now we're talking and they better be scared. Take from us. Tell us what and who to love. Swear I finally had enough. It's time to rise above. Take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Follow me and I'ma set us free. Take down the CCP. I said, take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Communism's dead to me because it killed our families. The CCP.
Communism sucks, hard for me to give. Try to tell them and they try to keep it on the hush. Middle finger up, turn into a fist. They wanna keep the poor so they never rich. If you wanna see the future, look into the past. Been a century of silence, we gon' take it back. I'm just stating facts, tell you how it is. Ain't no way to change if we don't resist.
Take from us. Tell us what and who to love. Swear I finally had enough. It's time to rise above. Take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Follow me and I'ma set us free. Take down the CCP. I said, take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Communism's dead to me because it killed our families. CCP.
这是你我维护正义的必须，这是你我维护正义的必须。
Take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Follow me and I'ma set us free. Take down the CCP. I said, take down the CCP. Take down the CCP. Communism's dead to me because it killed our families. The CCP.
你完了，共产党！你完了，共产党！你完了，共产党！你完了。